Hey guys, RB Wetline here, and today I'm going to go over my rod and reel arsenal. Now, my first rod I got here, this is a 6'6" medium spinning rod. This is my backup one, or if I need to throw another finesse bait on it, so that one's right there. With a 300 size reel, and that's just got, it's barely got any line on it right now, but that's just 10-pound mono. Now here's my main spinning rod. So I throw my Ned rigs, wacky rigs. This is 20-pound braid to a 10-pound leader. This is the same rod, 6'6" medium with a fast tip. This next one is my popper and jerkbait rod. This is a 6'6" medium fast, more like a mod fast though, with a, this is the Aired X rod, with a Abu Garcia Silvermax, 6:4 to 1 gear ratio. Yeah, 6:4 to 1 gear ratio. And right now I just have some 8-pound copolymer line on there. And later in the year I might switch that out to a some 12-pound line and run my shallow cranks on there. Next, this is my swim bait, like small swim baits reaction rod. This is a 6'10" medium heavy fast, but it's more like a mod fast. That's why I like it for my chatter baits and spinner baits. And I got a Shimano Chronarch MGL on here. This is the I think 7.4 to 1 gear ratio. On there somewhere. I think it's a 7.4 to 1 gear ratio. Either 7.2 or 7.4 to 1 gear ratio. And I just have 15-pound, or no, I have mono because I couldn't get any fluoro on there. That's what that's spooled up with. Next, this is another one of them Aired X rods. This is a 7-foot medium heavy. I've got 20-pound fluorocarbon on here with a SLX DC. It's a 7.2 to 1 gear ratio. And this is my just Texas rig and small little finesse jigs rods. So I use that one for. Next, this is a Lew's TP1. It's a 7-foot medium heavy fast, and this is more like a heavy because it's actually got a pretty stout tip to bend. It's really hard. So, and I've got 40-pound braid on here with a Lew's LFS 8.3 to 1 gear ratio, and this is my frogging setup. I like the little shorter rod because I can work the tip better towards the ground and really walk that frog. Now this is my cranking setup. More like deeper, medium to deep crankbaits, and I like to run liplesses on here too. This is the 7.4 medium heavy fast, but it's not a fast at all. It loads way down the blank, like halfway through. It's more of a moderate. With a Lew's Tournament MB 5.4 to 1 gear ratio. It's that lower gear ratio for cranking them deep baits. And I've got 15-pound fluorocarbon on here. Next up, this is a Lew's Carbon Fire 7.3 heavy fast with a Lew's Carbon Fire reel with 40-pound braid on there, and I'm going to run a 20-pound leader. This is my jig rod. So I will throw my jigs on, and yep, just those them bigger jigs. Next is this is an Abu Garcia Vengeance rod. I'll show that bait right there. And this is a 7.6 heavy, moderate fast. And this is why I'm throwing any kind of like reaction baits like this. And this will also be my punching rod whenever I go punch some grass when we head down to Guntersville. And right now it has 40-pound braid with a 20-pound leader. And it's got a Lew's LFS on there with these extra knobs I added on there. And it's a 7.5 to 1 gear ratio. Next is a Dobyns Fury. This is the 8-foot heavy fast action, and with a Lew's Super Duty 300 with the power handle. This is a 7.2 to 1 gear ratio, and I just have straight 30-pound. I think it's copolymer on here. And this is going to be throwing any of my bigger baits. Right now I got an Alabama rig on there. It's just going to throw any bigger swim baits that needs a bigger rod and reel. And last, this is my biggest rod. This is a Daiwa, their DXSB, which stands for swim bait rod. It's an 8-foot extra heavy, rated for 3 to 10 ounce lures, with a Abu Garcia Revo Toro Beast. This reel is huge. I've got 65-pound braid on here to a 30-pound leader. And you can see I got that giant bait on there right now, which that weighs 4.5 ounces. And this is just for the big baits. I mean, this reel is a 300 size. It's really big. And pull that back up here. That's my rod and reel arsenal.